Hello, everybody. This is Sharonda, and this is my podcast, Spiritual Sense. In this podcast, I go over a variety of topics in dealing with the supernatural and paranormal. I speak on things such as pagan belief and practices. I also mention about out-of-body experiences, near-death experiences, and I also incorporate some tarot card reading. And so I will proceed with the tarot card reading for today. Now today is Monday, which is January the 10th. And we are in the year of excellence. And we want to walk in greatness, okay? Okay. So I've already said my prayer. I smudged my area. I pay homage to my Orishas, and now I'm going to proceed with pulling the tarot card reading. Okay, I did my prayer as well. Okay, so today I am working with the Psychic Tarot deck cards today. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so now I'd like to state my disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes, and what that means is I don't go looking up anybody, researching anybody. I look at some, go on Facebook like anybody else, social media, and look at some news reports. But I really don't. I look in on the information. If it just so happens something that comes up, then I feel as though, okay, this is what God wants me to convey in my reading. But at no time am I probing and prying into anybody's personal life or anything of the sort. When you begin to get into spirit work and spirituality, you will notice that everything is God and God is everything, okay? And so let me proceed. I do feel like let me also state that he just gave me a sign. I do feel like this reading is somehow spiritual related. I don't know exactly what the reading is on, okay? So let me proceed with laying the cards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Okay. So, as I mentioned, for 2022, I said I was going to not so much focus on the negativity in my readings. However, I want my readings to be as positive as possible, but also conscientious and aware and also realistic as possible, okay? When you begin to get off into tarot card, for those who may be, curious about tarot card reading or even want to get off into tarot card reading, you make it your own. When you begin to get off into tarot card reading and spirit work, you would notice how the brain is engaged differently than, your average everyday normal brain engagement. And when God wants to convey a message to you, the thinking process works a little differently. So let me proceed. So card 1, I have spiritual union. Card 2, I have which is the barrier or hindrance. I have trapped in fear. Card 3, I have what's above the situation. We have the triumph card. Card 4, This is the reason or the root of the issue. I have patience and planning. Card 5, I have partnerships and alliances. Card 6, I have the Sakura Chakra card. And so give me just a moment. Okay. Right now, I feel like this reading is in regards to something political. And I don't like to speak on politics, but I feel like it's something political related. Is what I feel. Right now, I feel as though there is a lot of people right now that are feeling as though that they're trapped in this situation because of some choices that they made. Somehow I feel as though this reading is, I say political, but I feel like it's something in regards to voter rights. Is what I feel. I feel as though many people are afraid of the choices that they have made in terms of their votes. Like, oh my gosh, did me voting for so and so, or even voting, for one particular campaign or another, did they have a lot to do with what is transpiring right now? And as a result of that, am I feeling the brunt of some decisions that I may have made or did not make? Above that, I have the Triumph card. So I feel as though right now a lot of people are feeling some guilt somehow. Somehow I feel like guilt is over this reading today. Like guilt in terms of decisions that I have made, if I was the forefront in a lot of the things that are occurring right now, is what I feel. I have the root of the issues, patience and planning. So right now I think many people are taking a step back. As I mentioned before, that I felt as though with the younger population of the millennials, that many people was turning away from the things they once believed and no longer are believing those things. And in essence, as I mentioned before, I felt as though a lot of people, or many people, within that age group or age range, was turning to things that was be considered new age or alternative ways of practicing and belief, because I feel as though many people have been played with the images of their predecessors or their ancestors as such, and the bad decisions and the pitfalls or the circumstances that they were placed in, where maybe some of these things happen because of this vote and how they voted and when they voted. And so I feel as though this is what this reading is applicable to right now. Okay? Somehow I have partnerships and alliances. Now, as I mentioned, many a times when I do my readings, I can read the card verbatim, or it could be something in relation to what's on the picture, the number per se. But I feel as though many people feel as though they was placed in zone in certain regions and locations based on how they vote and if they voted. Is what I feel right now. Like, I feel this energy, and the reason why it comes up now, because this is something, as I was, how you are in that almost dazed-like state when you're in, when you go in and out of your As they say, REM, sleep, the different cycles of sleep, but you're in that state of sleep where you're not awake, but you're not totally asleep. And I got that inclination, today. And it says, speak about regions and where we're placed. And many people feel as though, they're being monitored or typecast because of places that they're trying to get to and try to get out of those places because of, some decisions that I made in terms of how I voted or me choosing not to vote. And I feel as though I was targeted, is what I feel right now. And this is what's coming through very heavily. So I have the Sakura Chakra. The Sakura Chakra card, you don't necessarily, or when I, as I mentioned, do my readings, it may not necessarily mean the Sakura Chakra or anything medical related. It could be, emotional or cognitive. But I think in this case, because I'm doing this reading, and I feel like it's a political reading, I feel as though it's in location. Like it's in reference to a location. So we know in healthcare that the sacral is in relation to the bottom or the spine. However, when you go to read the information that is presented, that will be considered the base or the root chakra. But the sacra, which will be considered close to the sacrum, is going to be the base. Would be considered the base. In essence, let me get to my point. So, in regards to this reading, I feel like this energy is coming from the southern states. I feel like it's coming from the southern states. I feel like it's coming from the south of the states. And hear me well, because it puts an image in my head. This is the southern part of the southern states. Catch my drift? So it's not just the southern states. It's the southern part of the southern states. If that makes any sense. So if you are looking at the map, like if you're looking down at the map, and you begin to cut the southern states, and that goes from California all the way to Georgia. The southern part of those states cut diagonally. It's the region that I feel like this is applicable to. If that makes any sense. Okay? But I feel as though these people or these groups of people feel as though some of the decisions I made affected a lot of the things that are transpiring right now, meaning, in terms of climate control, jobs losses or wages, in terms of, what has transpired in, resources and how they were distributed, just what I feel. And I feel like a lot of people are feeling the brunt of that guilt. Like, I feel like I fail people. It's what I feel is coming through right now. Like, I feel like I fail. It's what I gather right now in this reading. Card 7, the throat chakra. This is the attitude. It's communication. I feel right now a lot of these people are in fear of communication. Like, they're afraid to even speak to the people that has. I just give you a synopsis of what I'm getting at. I feel as though the attitude is this. Because of what has transpired, many people are turning on relationships, like the relationships that they are in, because I have the partnerships and allowance card. I feel as though that they're afraid to express their true feelings and identity right now, even to ones that they are in relationships with. Like, I don't know this person. I don't know who sent this person to me, is what I feel right now. Like, I feel as though they felt like they was placed in a certain region or location. And as a result, a spirit was sent in. And I don't know where this spirit is coming from, is what I'm getting at. And I feel as though they felt like certain things was done to send these spirits to certain locations to turn on me right now. This is what the energy is presented to me and showing me right now. I have the root of the issue, patience and planning, meaning, in a sense, like, I don't know how I can go about, like I feel as though a lot of them are feeling some sense of paranoia right now, is what I feel. Like, I don't know which way to turn, so to speak. And it feel like they're walking on eggshells. I don't know where to turn. I don't know who I can trust right now. That's what I feel. Card 8, as I mentioned, card 8 is what? What is surrounding. Right now, show power. And if you, for those who may be listening in or will be listening in, because I am doing this live, the power card shows a lion, halfway, and then a man on the other half. So I feel like what is surrounding is some sense of power struggle right now. Like, there's a struggle in power, meaning it's a stronghold of power around us. Like, and when I say that, I feel like they feel powerless. That's what I feel. Like, we are told to do these things just to turn around and to judge us on these when it doesn't really even resonate, is what I'm getting at. Catch my drift? Like, you know, I am told to get out and vote just to see that what I do does not make a difference or adversely made a difference, if that makes any sense. Card 9. So card 9 is hopes, fears, and dreams. Right now, I do show there is some transformations that are about to occur, because these are the things that we have to go through as people that walk in authority. This is the test. This is the test of time. So there will be an angel that's going to she's going to spread her wings, and I do feel like it's a feminine angel, meaning you know, one of my wishes is Bashet. And if I can, without staying off topic, I am going to pull up Bashet the Orisha, and I'm going to put out and I might be pronouncing that name wrong, so bear with me just one moment. I want to say it's Bashet. The Orisha Bashet. Let's go to the other one, Jeremiah. I do feel as though it is a feminine Orisha that you may need to call upon. And I'll just give you some background of what she represents. Because Orisha is somebody that just started to work with and pay homage to. Okay, so without being off topic for too long, so Jeremiah, as they have here, pneumonia. It depends on how you pronounce the name. Okay, But she's a feminine quality goddess of creation, water, motherhood, rivers, lakes, streams, wells, pregnant women, fishermen, shipwreck and survivors. Um, so she's motherly and strongly protective and cares deeply for all of her children, comforting them and cleansing them of sorrow. She is said to be able to cure infertility in women, and cowrie shells represent her wealth. She does not easily lose her temper, but when angered, she can be quite destructive and violent as the flood waters of turbulent rivers. Okay. So she governs everything pertaining to women, parenting, child safety, love, and healing. So she is one of the Orishas that I work with. And it's another Orisha that I work with, and I don't have the information now. But, it's pretty much one and the same. But I feel like her essence is going to come across, and there's going to be a transformation, is what I feel. And when she brings her energy, it's going to be an energy to look over her children, is what that is. And she's going to protect them and shield them from any injury, harm, or danger. So it could be by way of, some type of natural element that may take place within the middle part of the year, as we all know that's typically when it happens, or towards the latter part of the year. But she's going to protect her children. She's going to protect them, and they're going to be able to foresee it before it happens, okay? So during this transformation, some things going to seem to be unfavorable. But what she's going to do is she's going to bring her essence in. She's going to rain on those who she wants, who acknowledges her. And she's going to reign in their life, and she's going to give them a sign of when there is imminent danger. And she's going to protect them. She's going to protect them. If you summons her and pay homage to her and acknowledge her, she will do this. She will. So there will be some transformation that's going to occur. The outcome, so I have harmony. Once that transformation comes, then you're going to see the restoration. You're going to see balance. You're going to see the calmness after the storm, so to speak. Okay? But you want to make sure you are paying homage to these Orishas, because see, it was a time when I would listen and hear people talk about deities and Orishas and stuff, and I was like, I figured it was some type of coding way of them saying something, but me being in myself and everything, I didn't want to give too much power to it, even pay much attention to it. But when you begin to see life on a higher scale of things, they're reaching out to you to enlighten you on things that you never really gave much thought to. Okay, so I'm for more clarity in regards to this reading, I do feel as though those who feel like they're trapped in their situation and there's no way to turn or nowhere to get out, she's going to bring her essence into the midst of it all, and there will be some transformation that is going to occur. Okay, so I'm going to do a 5-card 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm going to do a 5-card spread with my angelic cards. And I'm also going to pull out my Moonology cards because I feel as though it's needed for this particular reading today. Okay, so we're going to begin. I'll pull over the cards, and we're going to begin. Okay, so the first card says, "Take back your power." Take back your power. Archangel Ezrael, Use your God-given power and intentions to manifest blessings in your life. So again, you want to pay homage to those, the supreme being. You want to pay homage to your guardian angels, your warrior angels, your archangels, your spirit guides, your ancestors. They are still around. You may not see them, but they're still around, and they want you to what? Acknowledge them and recognize that they are there. Divine order. So everything is going to happen in divine order. You know, it may seem troubling and trembling right now, but there's going to be a calmness after the storm. So it says, Archangel Jeremiah, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. So there will be some order. You know, even though you may feel like, you know, this guilt of, you know, maybe I didn't make the right decisions. I should have did this. I could have did this. Hey, you can't go beating yourself up and knocking your head against the wall about something that, you know, is going to happen. So there is divine order. Even if there are some, you know, mishaps, there's going to be some divine order. Counselor, Archangel Ezrael, you are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. So what that means is, even if you did do something that you felt as though, or people have made you feel as though was not, you know, right. Hey, it's a learning circumstance. We all can learn from examples. We all can learn from our mistakes and mishaps. It's not the end of the world, although it may appear to be the end of the world. And for some people it may be, but trust and believe, not for everybody. Breathe. Archangel Raphael, take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. So in times such as this, where it gets, you know, you get anxious and you know, you get full of, you know, anxiety and things of that, and it just take some time out and take a mental health break. We all need one. We all need to just take 5-10 minutes out of our day, as I sit here now, because my tarot card reading is very therapeutic for me, as well as my podcasting. So even if you take out 5-10 minutes just to say a prayer, or, you know, read some inspirational quotes, or even affirmations, it is well worth it to send you on your day. All is well. Archangel Jeremiah, everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to. With hidden blessings, you will soon understand. So trust and believe. It's going to be fuzzy for a lot of us. It is. Many of us don't know what, you know, to think or to do at these times. But you don't want to be so quick to jump up and just do. You know, there's nothing wrong with instinct. We all have, some of us have more, you know, impulsive instinct than others. But you want to trust and believe in God that you have good instincts, okay? So, with that being said, let me pull 3 of my Moonology cards. 1, 2, and 3. So it says your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. So trust and believe it. You know, even though you may feel as though what you may have accomplished may have contributed to some of the pitfalls that is transpiring right now, there still is divine order. That means God can still have restoration angels to come in and to restore whatever has been, you know, placed out of order. He will bring in order. Okay, so it says, what do you need to release? The one and moon. So, you want to release that guilt. Because as I mentioned, I feel like guilt is over this reading right now. It's a political reading in relation to voter rights and how people are feeling that some of the things that they did may have contributed to what is transpiring right now. You want to release that guilt. Ask God to have an angel of serenity and solace and peace and harmony to come around you and embrace you and show you that, all is not, at the end. All is well. And there will be a transformation. I have prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. So again, as we head towards greatness, I mentioned that this year is what? The year of you. You're going to walk in excellence towards greatness. This is your year, and despite whatever pitfalls that presents before you, you have to be the one to defy your reality. If you allow that to be your reality, then that's exactly what it's going to be. Okay? So, all is not well. You can't, you only can do what you can do. That's not to say not to make any efforts, but if you pay homage to God, He's going to see you through it. Okay? So I'd like to thank you for tuning in to this episode of Spiritual Sense Daily Reading. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you're more than welcome to comment below. Until then, have a safe and wonderful day. Good day.